everybody, and welcome to another edition of Poland Daily Travel. I'm Will Richardson. I'm in Konin, and this is one of the little gems of Konin. It's such a blast from the past, as we say. This is the old synagogue. It was called the Great Synagogue, and from about 1830 until 1939, when the Germans came, the Nazis, that is, let's call them what they were, what they called themselves, they came and started murdering the Jewish people, rounding them up and killing them, as everyone knows. This was a thriving part of local life. Imagine now a deserted building, some renovation going on inside, from what I could see looking through the windows, but not an active building. But imagine what it would have been like in the interwar period, for example, from 1918 when Poland was reestablished until 1939 when the Germans and then the Russians in rapid succession invaded Poland and started carving it up yet again. This would have been an important center of intellectual life and community life and business life. The synagogue, that's right. And it's a big building, isn't it? Yeah. They're working, this part of it's been faced, and they really seem to be working on this. I don't know how fast, but I did notice some interesting work going on inside. This would have been, I mean, it's one of the nicer remaining restored synagogue buildings in Poland, actually. I didn't know it was here. Until I started reading about the great architectural, here and there gems in Konin, and particularly St. Bartholomew's Church, which we talked about in the last episode, which is just shows a range of, Romanesque, Gothic, Rococo, etc., Mannerist architecture. And is a beautiful building. But this is just a classicist style, you can see. Looks rather like what it's supposed to be, a temple, in fact. And it looks like a temple, doesn't it? Yeah. It's a serious building for serious people. And unfortunately, the people who destroyed it were not serious in the right way, were they? At any rate, let's go over and look at the main square before we go in the next program to Gotłowice, which is a small part and an old part of the city with another amazing church and I'm told an interesting castle building, or at least remnants of a castle. But we'll see. We're investigating, and you need sometimes to see things with your own eyes to really take in what they are and what they're about. Anyway, that's your remaining Jewish center of Jewish life from the 19th century in Konin. Okay. We met a fellow, came up and started talking to us. His name is Mariusz Rajzner. Very interesting man. He happens to have the best shop on the square in town, and he's selling art. So we're going to do a little art promotion of the artist, his favorite artist, and here he is. Why don't we say hi? Mariusz, hi.
Witam.
Hi.
Witam gości z tak daleka.
I'm Will, you remember?
Jest, oczywiście.
Okay.
Ja nie mówię po angielsku,
He says, of
także
course,
będzie
he
po
doesn't
polsku
speak
mówić.
English, but he remembers my name. Okay.
Bardzo się cieszę, zapraszam.
Yeah, because I had to practice remembering his name, because you know how bad I am about names.
Proszę
Mariusz, okay.
Will,
Yeah.
zapraszam.
Yeah. Okay.
Całkowicie nie byłem przygotowany, że spotkam gości, także może być to troszeczkę tutaj
Maybe
bałaganu.
sit here and I sit here. Can you? Yeah. And so, what do we have here? Co mamy tutaj, Mariusz?
Mamy tutaj jednego z największych surrealistów w kraju, Andrzeja Tomaszewskiego, któremu właśnie może troszeczkę tu brakuje obrazów, bo właśnie przygotowujemy się do wystawy.
Okay, we have Andrzej Tomaszewski,
Tak.
who is one of the top surrealists in Poland, but it's really arresting stuff. It's not just it's surrealism you can hang on your wall. It's got some substance and some figure to it, and he understands how to make surrealism something you can appreciate without being overwhelmed, I can say, by the sensory output of the picture. This is very good stuff. Mariusz, co to jest ten? To jest najlepszy, największy masz tutaj. It's the biggest one he has here.
Z większych obrazów.
Yeah, it's the biggest one he has. It costs about, I think he was telling me, $45,000 if you want to buy it. Co to jest, ile kosztuje złotych?
Ostatnie dwa obrazy sprzedane w polskich domach aukcyjnych to około 190 000 złotych.
Okay, so, all right, so about $45,000 to $50,000 he said in the last auction house. That's a lovely picture. Yeah, it really is nice. Co jeszcze mamy?
Tu mamy na przykład obrazy wykonane pastel kredką na papierze artysty.
Okay, it's a pastel.
To jest na przykład techniką węgla.
This is with coal. Coal drawing, yeah? To jest rysunek, tak?
Tak. A to jest na przykład bardzo, bardzo żmudna, precyzyjna, wykonana praca techniką piórka tuszu. Wykonaną z tysięcy takich kresek przez artystę. Proszę sobie pomyśleć, że na przykład ktoś ma usiąść nad 10-centymetrowym obrazkiem, siedzieć kilka godzin, to jest nie do wytrzymania. Andrzej mali od 6 do 8 godzin codziennie.
Okay, he's working 6 to 8 hours every day. It's very precise work. And ile to kosztuje na przykład? How much does it cost? Yeah.
Obrazy tej wielkości w galeriach sztuki to jest około 40 000 złotych.
About $10,000. Yeah, about 10,000. Well, 40,000 zlotys is, I think the zlotys, yeah, it's around 4.2 to the dollar right now. It's been very volatile.
To są akryle na płytach.
Yeah, I like it all actually. Poland, wait a second, Mariusz. Poland is famous for its artists of particularly surrealism. And this goes back. I mean, you're wearing a shirt with the face of Witkowski, who was an early surrealist. Absolutely.
Przypadek.
Yeah, a big fan of the absurd, which I love too. I've always loved the absurd since I've started reading some of the absurdists. UNESCO, for example, we had to read it in school, and it appealed to me. And Poland is full of these kind of absurdist artists as well as writers. This is Witkowski. This is Gombrowicz, the two writers. Witkowski is also a painter. And then you have a guy like Tomaszewski, who's one of the top contemporary painters in Poland. Yeah. But
Piórko tusz, malutki obraz, proszę zobaczyć.
You see, it's the attention to detail in the pictures that is making them really work. And it's surrealist in the sense that the body is melting, the face is unknown, so it's postmodern in that sense too. But if you see the way it's built, it's not this kind of surrealism that I know other artists that do. Some of them colleagues or even friends, that is more in your face and rather psychedelic. It's more psychedelic than surrealist. This is real surrealism with real roots coming right out of the 1930s, but changing to a more modern aesthetic, we could say. Can I say aesthetic? I think that's the word I wanted.
Andrzej Tomaszewski nie daje tytułów. Każdy obraz nie ma żadnego tytułu, bez tytułu. Jest skrupulatnie opisany.
Yeah, he's always signing them and they're all numbered. And that sort of thing. This is a man who's working very intensely. He's working, as I said, 6 to 8 hours every day. That's a lot to work intensely like this. I wish I could write like that every day, but I am far too lazy, as everyone who watches this show knows how lazy I am. And just ask anybody who knows me.
Już 11 zapraszamy do Muzeum Magicznego Realizmu w Wiśle. Wszystkich gości z Ameryki. Będzie wystawa Andrzeja Tomaszewskiego, a to już 30 lat, jak Andrzej tworzy sztukę.
Zobaczyć?
Tak, proszę bardzo.
Okay, this is 30 years, 30 lat, 30 years of his surrealism, self-explanatory. It will be an exhibition from the February 11th to the 3rd of March. And a vernissage will be, vernissage is the Polish word you need to know for going to a art opening, or even a book signing, I suppose. Wystawa is exhibition. And in Wisła, now Wisła is a river, but it's also a town. which is right next to the source of the Wisła, way high up in the mountains next to Czechoslovakia. Sorry, the Czech Republic and Slovakia. It's not Czechoslovakia anymore. Shouldn't say that. Thank you very much. That's very good. Mariusz, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Miło, że mnie odwiedziliście.
Mr. Witkowski,
Yes.
rub him for good luck. Nice to see
Dziękuję
you.
bardzo, pozdrawiam
Okay.
wszystkich w Ameryce.
Mariusz,
Zapraszam na wystawę Andrzeja Tomaszewskiego do kraju.
yeah, he says when you come here, give him a call and or look him up on Facebook. Mariusz Rajzner, R-A-J-N-E, R-A-Z-N-E-R.
Yes.
Rajzner. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mariusz. He's friends with me on Facebook now. See, we get lucky sometimes when we meet really interesting people, and that makes our day, and this was really something. So thanks for watching the program, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Wave goodbye, Mariusz.
Goodbye.
See ya.